Good morning. It's Tuesday, February 20th. Have the vacation day today. A little bit of a slow wake up. I'm a little hungry, but I'm not dealing with that quite yet. I finished exporting the video I've been working on the last couple of days. I got that done. It took like 5 minutes. Last night I ran out of energy last night. I just took myself to the edge. And I was just like, I can't type. But so I got that exported, and the room sort of vacuumed up. Things cleared up from that wall. So my goal is to get shelves put together. For right now, what I figure the first one to do will actually be the small one. I'll tell you why. Because I have to get those 3 shelves in. And the small one goes in the corner, and then 2 more big ones after that. I think. I'm going to put it in, and I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. And I think that if I put the big ones in, well, technically there will be enough width. It will just be like a very careful put it through, push it back. And so kind of what I'm thinking is that today I need to build all 3. Put the small one in the corner, the next one next to it, and then fit the other one in. Push them all over as far as they go. If there might be a little bit of space, and I want that to be against the left wall, because it'll be pretty much unnoticeable with how the other furniture is set up. But get them all in place and then mount them at the top. Yeah, so let's start with this little one. And basically the instructions for this little shelf are basically the same, in fact, the same as the big one. And technically it's just shorter shelves. Now this center bit, there is no fold, whereas there is a fold in the behind the big ones. But it has just as many of the little nails, like as if you would, you put along the 3 different spots, you put 6 nails across. There's enough to do that here. I don't think I need that many. I think it would be ridiculous to put that many. I think I need 3, I'll probably put 4 to be on the safe side. But I'm like, They pretty much, like, the thing is just packaged as if it's the bigger one, only with shorter, like, shelves in the middle. Which is interesting. Also, I guess seeing how much of that they just duplicate almost says why this is almost as expensive as the other. Because it really is. It's like $10 cheaper to get something that's a lot smaller. But it was what fit in the space, so I had to do it. It was what I needed, so I was like, that's what I'll use. And I got that over there, and I don't think there's going to be like any extra space at all. And I think it's because of things like this. There's this space in between some of them. But what I did is I measured from this edge to this edge, 63 inches, and there is a little bit of gap. This is the one with the small gap, not the big gap. And then I measured between these 2. That wasn't going to work, and then I was able to push this further closer to the wall than I had it. It is all the way there, and I just have the space, and so I'm thinking it's gonna be very tight, but I think it'll still work. I think everything from my original measurements was correct, and it'll fit just barely. I will point out this here comes here, so literally this shelf is like not the easiest to access, but it'll be a lot of maybe some of the magic boxes, maybe some board games, those kind of boxes that can just sort of go up there. And the better they look, the higher they get, because to some extent thinking, okay, we shoot this way, we'll see a little bit right here, but potentially more up top. I don't know, I'll figure it out once it's up, but yeah. Just slowly getting things together. Alright, so I'm dragging another shelf and work on that now. And I've done a few of these shelves before at this point. And this one suffers from an issue that none of them did. When I unfolded this tape is not connected. It goes at this point about halfway up. It wasn't as much, and as I kept trying to, the more I tried to fix it, the more it messed up. But there's something with the tape where those two sections are not the same, because basically these are 3 separate sections and they are just taped together. Originally I'd kind of thought, well, maybe there's like a layer of this material and the tape is securing them. No, they're 3 completely separate sections just taped together. But at this point, I have it back in again. While I was trying to mess with it, one time I turned it upright and the section like fell out of the groove in the back. And then when I put it back down, the other side fell out and I had to redo it, and that just made things worse. But I have it in here, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to nail up this side, because this side is still connected and as it's supposed to be. And then maybe try and pull it together in the middle and just pretty much use the little nails and try and do it as I go. Perhaps using a couple extra, since I had some extra from that shelf. Just to hold, I might do some even like right on top of the tape or something, like just to try and really get it close. I'll figure it out, but we'll see how it works. Hopefully I can get it working well. Okay. So I'm kind of hopeful here. Got a couple extra nails here, and I taped down the tape on the back. Also kind of trying to just pull it as I did with some duct tape, because this tape has lost all of its sticky where it came out. So now I'm going to put it up and we'll see how it looks from the front. Hopefully you can't tell. We'll see. It's not great, and if it gets poked, it definitely is worse. Like you see, the other side doesn't do that. But I have an idea for something that might work. Not the best, but it's functional. I took a Sharpie to it, and I did the big spot where it seems to be sticking out the most, and then ultimately you can see kind of a line on the normal part, so I'm not too worried about the majority of it, but the spot where it seems to be coming apart the most, I tried to Sharpie up. And if I need to do more later, I can. It may just never matter, because there might just be stuff in front of it and I never see it. Now I'm just praying that the next one does not have the same issue, though. So I'm working on this shelf. That gap measures to be right about 1/8 of an inch too small. No, I have room. I'll have room. Maybe I measured wrong and it'll be easy and I'm getting upset for nothing. But at the very least, like, the gap between those shelves, like, I can. But each shelf that has to be moved over a bit to make room is more work. I can make room. It will work. I will get this up. But it is looking to be a bigger project than I was hoping for. It was something I knew was possible. It's the reason that I decided my goal for today, taking a whole day off, was to get 3 shelves put together and up on the wall. I knew it could be a pretty big job. But it's about noon and I haven't eaten. I have a bit of a headache from that. I've had like a handful of peanuts. So I've decided I'm gonna go pick something up to eat. I'm just gonna go to Burger King, do some coupons. Bring it home, sit down, eat, watch a YouTube video or something. Just take a moment to relax, and then I'll get back to work. I say that like I'm not watching YouTube. I'm watching whatever Critical Role I'm in there working on it. Which I guess has been pretty useful with as long as Critical Role is. But it's nice nice to have something that'll just carry me through. Because that show takes forever. And you know what, technically? This is a little more manageable amount of food. I didn't quite get as ridiculous with it today. Sort of. Kinda. And now, I have this here. As you see, it goes behind it here, and behind it and you can't tell, but behind it here, at the top. The top has space. The bottom really doesn't. I'm going to try and wiggle it in. It might be close enough. I've tried to push them back. I've like got in between the two and tried to push back, just hoping that even with all the weight on these, that they'll move. And with the fact that they're all connected up there, I'm hoping that I can just wiggle it in. Fingers crossed. Good luck and all. That side's in. I got it. Now, there is. I know what's under there. This one has more space below it than any of the others, but not by much. It'll be fine. I'll just have to remember when I put the brackets up top to give it plenty of room to sink as the weight takes it down. But I got it. Haha. Yes. Wonderful. So able to wedge it in. It's in there nice. I got them all up there. All the shelves. Full wall of shelves. Will look much nicer once there's stuff on those ones. But I'm not to that point yet. Feels like a celebratory moment. Moment to celebrate. Wonderful. I still have to anchor the top of each of those shelves. Oh no. You ever have a moment where you realize you just did something real stupid? That's in there. I'm not taking that down. But I had a real hard time anchoring that first shelf. And I figured out the best way to do it on the second and third was to put the anchors that go in the top while the shelf is laying down and then lift it up. Those three do not have anchors on them. None of them have the anchors attached to the top of the shelf. The automatic drill, screw, whatever, it won't fit in the little gap above it. I will have to do manual screwing it in on the top. I might be a little lazy. I might only do half as many brackets as I'm supposed to. Honestly, with how I had to get those in there, they're up there. They're there. They're staying. So it would probably be fine. But it's still not the best thing to do. But that may be what I decide to do, I'm not sure. The tops of these aren't exactly even right now. I may have to try and sort that out as well. Oh well. Given the task at hand, I took a little break for a bit and did some things like dishes and taking trash out. Not all the trash, but some of it at least got put in here, but the trash that was in here and that got taken out. I have the fan on at full blast. The place has gotten so hot, and I've been working up next to the ceiling. Still technically winter, but as it got up to like 77 degrees, I had to put on the AC. It's cold outside, and technically I could like open a door, but I don't really have the place set up for that with like a screen in the door. I'd like to, oh well. what I've decided to do, and what I've completed before bringing you along, is I have one bracket in each of these. It's on the left, sorry, it's on the right side. And that will work for now. That's enough that these, they're not coming down. They're fine. They're safe. They're just not symmetrical. And of course I'll keep the brackets, and I may eventually add them. In fact, this shelf over here, because of the way I did the brackets, and that was the first one I did the brackets on, I kind of want to take the bracket out, patch the wall, and redo the bracket. It bent the bracket because I just didn't know what I was doing. You need to know where it's gonna move as stuff gets put on it is down, and and you need to, for the one that goes in the top, you need to center it so that you can move it as neat. Yeah, things like that. Anyways, I got little spots put in there at the same height as this because I think I'm gonna move this shelf over there. I'm gonna do that. As far as the things that I know what I want to do, I think I want to move a shelf one lower over here because I think I can get away with one lower and put this same display right here. I want to have another Harry Potter shelf right here, so that'll be 3 of those. And then I want to, I'm not sure, any of the shelves on here, these 2 may move because they were all just, they were very functional because they were early on. And I'm thinking I want to have, so 1, 2, 3 Harry Potter shelves and 1, 2, 3 Doctor Who shelves. I'm not exactly sure how that's all going to work out and everything, but that's kind of my plan right now as I'm getting other things put together. But you know what? And it is, I mean, it's not early. It's about 5:30. It's about 5:30 right now. But you know what? My goal for today was to get those 3 shelves up. Those 3 shelves are up. I have succeeded. It's been a successful day, and I just have to be proud of that. I'm going to try and get some stuff on them right now. I get some stuff just a little bit moved. And then I may decide to give myself a little bit of a break or something. So I haven't really done anything else today. Well, I have, but it's only been as needed to break myself away from this. But yeah, definitely progress. Alright, and it's starting to fill out. I did some of the things I said. I got that moved up there. I have some just board games stacked there. Harry Potter is extended 1 shelf further. Star Wars moved over and didn't need quite the space. It's gonna end up with a lot more stuff on there because a lot of these will be taken out of their boxes and put on that shelf. It's probably just gonna end up really crowded. I think I'm okay with it. I'll see what it looks like after I do it, but I think I'll be okay with it. Yeah, so been working on that a bit. I'm taking a breath, and I'm thinking I'm gonna get out of here for a bit. Yeah, for no other reason, just I want to get. The place is still so hot, and I don't know what happened today. Because it got super hot in here. I mean, like hotter than it is outside. I'm not sure what. Whatever. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna get out of here for a bit. So it's cold and rainy tonight, and I knew that, and I was cool with that. Because really, I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I want to cool down anyways. And I knew I'm gonna stop at my mom's. I don't know if she's there or not. If not, I at least have a thing or 2 I need to pick up. But I'm gonna stop by the gas station on the way over there. I knew I was kind of low on gas. But that's covered. What's not covered is the little pump to get air in my tire. And I get in my car and I see this. So the rain is not fun when I have a flat or low tire. It's been a slow leak for a while. Much better. And clearly I found the solution. I don't need to figure out how to get my house to cool down. I just need to stay outside long enough that I am grateful that it is immensely hot when I get in there. Alright, so I got some basic things I needed there, and including leftovers that my mom had that I can have for lunch tomorrow, and my movie pass card finally arrived. Now I have to wait for them to email me again saying, hey, did you get that? And then not tell them no before they activate it, so I can't just like go see a movie tomorrow. But it should be pretty soon that I'll get that, and so that'll be activated pretty soon. Now I'm gonna go find something to eat for tonight. And figuring I'll just get some fast food somewhere. I'm trying to think of where I should go, and I'm like, yeah, it's been a little bit since I've had Taco Bell, so I'm gonna have some Taco Bell tonight. That sounds good. And it's somewhere I don't feel bad going to without a coupon, because they never have those. So that's the only option I get if I want to have it. And that makes for quite a tasty looking dinner. And while I was at my mom's and I was talking about the fact that this place got so hot, she came up with a thought as far as what might have happened. It could have just been one of my neighbors that decided that they were really cold and cranked their heat up really high, and it could just be pouring through one of my walls, and that could be why my place was heating up for no apparent reason today. It makes more sense than anything I thought of, so. Anyway, slowly trying to get that temperature reduced, and I'm gonna eat a bit. Watching YouTube. Relax. And it's about an hour before I have to be sleeping to have work again tomorrow. Although this does mean I just have 3 days and then I'm off, so it'll feel like a short week, and so that'll be nice. But I'm gonna lay in bed and hang out in the main room, because that way I can have the door open for a little bit, help the place cool off before I have to go to sleep. And I didn't get anything edited. I just now am uploading a video to even have new video uploaded. But you know what I gotta say? I did pretty good today. I feel well accomplished. Doesn't that look beautiful? And the whole room. And of course right now it's a mess, both because there's still stuff from me putting them up and because I don't have, so much of the shelves are empty right now still. But definitely coming together. And you can see I have like extra books right here. A lot of this will filter over. I'll end up with sort of this section here being D&D and immediate reference for when I'm gaming area. And all the stuff that I don't need for that will continue to filter over. And then as I get more stuff, of course, may eventually look like this again. Only the whole thing, because I'll have so much stuff. Wouldn't that be awesome? We'll see. You know, hopefully at a certain point I end up with more space again. Whatever. But yeah, I'm quite pleased to have this done, to have this accomplished. This was, of the different pieces of furniture I got, this was the first one I had to do. I don't know if I'll do the chair, which won't take too long, or the table next. A lot of it has more to do with that table, because when I build the table, that table goes into the other room, into the kitchen. The table in the kitchen probably gets folded up. It's actually, the other day I cleaned off some of the stuff from the table just because I know that's coming up soon. But I think more stuff got put on it afterwards. Oh well. And I took out a lot of garbage today, but of course I did that because making the furniture created a bunch of new garbage. Just working with so much. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna lay down there and we'll call it here. Thanks for joining me, and join me as my journey continues. Bye.